In this tutorial, we shall try to understand the behavior of the total revenue, average revenue and marginal revenue under perfect competition. We shall do it in two ways. First, numerically and then graphically. For this, we are in need of demand schedule. It is here. Look at this table. It shows the important feature of perfect competition. Under perfect competition, single price is ruling in the market. Individual sellers are at liberty to sell any quantity at that price. Based on this principle, the demand schedule is fabricated. Using the demand schedule, let us calculate total revenue, average revenue and marginal revenue. Total revenue is quantity times price. Then total revenue for different quantities are 0, 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Average revenue is quantity over total revenue. Average revenue cannot be calculated for zero quantity. Hence, we put a dash there. Average revenue for other outputs are 10, 10, 10, 10 and 10. Marginal revenue is present total revenue, that is total revenue of n units minus previous total revenue, that is total revenue of n minus 1 units. Marginal revenue for zero quantity cannot be calculated, so here also we put a dash mark. Let us calculate marginal revenue for the first unit. The present total revenue is 10 rupees, previous total revenue is 0. 10 minus 0, 10. This way, we have to calculate marginal revenue for other quantities. The values are 10, 10, 10 and 10. We have everything we need. Now, analyze the table. It is a comprehensive table. It contains 4 schedules. Price and quantity columns, you know, is demand schedule. Total revenue and quantity columns constitute total revenue schedule. Average revenue and quantity columns form average revenue schedule. Marginal revenue and quantity columns give marginal revenue schedule. Our conclusions are: total revenue increases when more quantity is sold. It increases at a constant rate. Here, the rate of increase is 10. When quantity increases from 1 unit to 2 units, the total revenue increases from 10 rupees to 20 rupees. Total revenue increases by 10 rupees. Again, when quantity moves up from 2 units to 3 units, the total revenue goes up from 20 rupees to 30 rupees. Once again, total revenue increases by 10 rupees. If you observe closely, you shall find the rate of increase is constant throughout. Marginal revenue gives this information. Whenever you want to check the rate of increase of total revenue, look at the marginal revenue column. Marginal revenue shows the rate of increase of total revenue. Average revenue remains constant. It is the same as price. Marginal revenue remains constant. It is the same as average revenue. Average revenue schedule is the same as demand schedule. One important thing the students must understand here is that whatever be the market form, average revenue is always equal to price. Marginal revenue schedule is the same as average revenue schedule only under perfect competition and not in any other market form. Now we shall represent these schedules in the form of a graph. We shall fix the demand curve first. Since different quantities are sold at the same price, demand curve is horizontal and parallel to the x-axis. As the average revenue schedule is the same as demand schedule in any market form, average revenue curve coincides with the demand curve. Since marginal revenue schedule is the same as average revenue schedule in a perfectly competitive market, marginal revenue curve also coincides with both demand and average revenue curves. In short, all the curves are one and the same. Please keep in mind, this is true only under perfect competition. We shall now fix the total revenue curve. As the total revenue increases with increase in quantity, it slopes upward. Our conclusions are: total revenue curve is sloping upwards. It is a linear curve. It has a uniform slope. Its slope is given by marginal revenue. Since marginal revenue is constant, total revenue slopes upward at a constant rate. In our case, when quantity increases by 1 unit, total revenue increases by 10 units. So, the slope of the given total revenue curve is 10 units. Take any point on the total revenue curve. Its slope is 10. Total revenue curve starts at the origin because when nothing is sold, total revenue is 0. Demand curve is perfectly elastic. It is horizontal and parallel to x-axis. Average revenue and marginal revenue curves are also horizontal. They lie one over the other. In short, they are all one and the same. Well, here ends our discussion. We shall meet again to discuss their behavior under imperfect competition. But before we close this session, try these true or false type questions. Demand curve is different from average revenue curve. If your answer is false, you are correct. Slope of the total revenue curve differs from point to point. If your answer is false, you are correct.